Hey gamers, how's it going? Hey, I am here. Morning. Hello. Okay. Let's pop this bitch up. I wish things would just kind of like stay up when I fucking put them there. Like, why are you falling off my fucking desk? Please be so for real with me right now. This lighting is gonna get really weird because the sun keeps coming in and out. My meds wore off and I'm in a mood. This is pissing me off for what? Like, I should not be this overexposed right now. And then once the sun goes away, it should not look like it's fucking nighttime in this bitch. Please be for real with me right now. I just want to play my game. I just want to sit there and play my game, please. It's the beginning. I gotta hit new game this time. Because we're on to trials and tribulations, and that's it. After this, there's no more okay, there's the Apollo Justice games, but after that, there's no more in the Phoenix Wright like timeline at the moment. And I started this shit. I'm like, I'm gonna play it. FEY? Hello? Still fine as hell. Let's go. Turnabout memories. Pop off. Also, why is Phoenix in the background of the poster? How did I get into this mess? Hello? Why? Why did I do that? Hello? Hi, Phoenix. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. Jesus Christ. Now what in God's name are you fucking wearing, bro? It wasn't me. I didn't... Phoenix, what the fuck are you wearing, bro? I didn't do it. Okay, in that outfit, you probably did, dude. Be so fucking for real. 5 years earlier, FEY's second trial. Ever? Ever? Slay. It's finally time. I'm kind of nervous. Oh my god! We're in our past arc right now. Oh my god. OMG. It's giving Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. Oh, Mr. Grossberg, good morning. Ah, Mia, please calm yourself down. You're going to get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? I am relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me, I'm relaxed. Let go of my lapels. You obviously haven't got the temperament to be a lawyer. I'm so sorry. It's just that I'm so nervous today. Oh, that's right. This is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? Well, never you fear, my dear. I, Marvin Grossberg, am at your service. Actually, this is my second time in court. What? What? Kirby. Oh my god, it's screaming. actually my second time in court. Still, you surprised me. What with your earnest request last night? Let me handle this case, you suddenly said, and quite forcefully too. I just found out yesterday about the case, I mean. Another Ace Attorney game. Ben, wait till I tell you there's technically like 8 of them. And I'm only through 3 of them. Technically, actually, isn't the... Sorry, there's 9 if you count Grace 8, the... Oh wait, no, hold on. Fuck, hold on. Okay, hold on. Pull this shit up in chronological order. Okay, I'm looking. Okay. So there's the 3 Phoenix Wright games, Apollo Justice, Duel of Destiny, Spirit of Justice. So that's the main 6. Then the 2 investigation games, which makes that 9. And then there's the Great Ace Attorney 1 and 2. So that's 10. And then if you want to count Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, that's non-canon though. Technically, there's 11. So, do with that what you will, I guess. What? And you've already learned all the relevant facts? Well, about that, you see, I mean, of course I have, I think. Oh dear. In any case, don't let our client see that you're so nervous. You see the poor young man in the pink sweater over there? That's our client. Damn, Phoenix, get some new fucking clothes. Good morning there, everybody. Good morning. Try to keep smiling, Mia. I just want to say I'll give it all I've got. Yep, it'll be fine, no prob. Is he fucking sick? What did he do to himself? Oh, what's wrong? Do you have a cold or something, Mr. Rye? Actually, it's right. Like the Flying Brothers. People screw it up all the time. And yes, I have a cold. That's what this mask is for. My doc says this way I won't be able to give it to anyone else. Be kind to others, he says. Right, Mr. Wright, you have nothing to fear in court today. If you are truly innocent, I promise I will save you. Please let go of my shirt. That's right, he's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be nervous. You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. Damn. My name is Mia FEY. I'm still pretty new at this lawyer thing. Getting deja vu. How many times can we go through a tutorial after we just kind of go like, okay, these bitches kind of know the game, I guess. First time I appeared in court was a year ago. Damn. But that trial traumatized me so badly I thought I never set foot in another courtroom. Guess you're just not cut out to be a lawyer. It's been 1 year since then. Well, here I am again. But this time I'm going to win. For my client and for myself. Did I not win last time? Yay! Is that a young Winston Payne? Hold on, I saw that. Court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh my god, it is. He's not balding. I don't what every time I feel like Payne comes into court and I just don't know what the fuck he sounds like. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense today is Miss Mia FEY, was it? Yes, Your Honor. Is there a problem? I was under the impression that Marvin Grossberg was to be leading the defense. Yes, well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of an emergency. Emergency? But isn't that him standing there right next to you? Yes, well, you're just a rookie. Are you sure you can really handle this? The fuck am I supposed to do? Not have experience? I've played through 2 Ace Attorney games. I think I'm capable of this shit. Don't let him scare you, Mia. Give him your toughest look. Of course, Your Honor. I think. Well, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. Well. I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend this time babysitting a new defense lawyer. Kill yourself. Anyway, who said that? Don't worry, little girl. It will all be over soon. Bro, I literally know what happens to you in the future. I would not be talking to me like that. I will literally embarrass you right now. Do you want me to? Because I can. What was that all about? Was he trying to trash talk me? Now then, I'd like to proceed with the summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow. It was his 4th year student studying pharmacology. Sorry, oh my god. It sounds like he was a very bright young man. Yes, well, next we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime. Students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body and the defendant, who had obviously bungled his getaway. And then they called the police. Who the fuck says bungled? Sorry, I fucked up my fucking getaway. We're gonna call it a bungle. That certainly makes the defense look very suspicious indeed. Very well. The court accepts this photo into the record as evidence. By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo. Your reputation for sanctity? What does that mean? The fuck does that even mean? Sagacity. Who the fuck said... I need Winston Payne to shut the fuck up right now. If he says another large word, I'm not playing this anymore. The truth is that this victim died a rather unusual death. An unusual death? What do you mean, Mr. Payne? Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question. Huh? A simple question. I thought I might loosen you up a bit. Kill yourself. I am a genteel man, if you will. A what? Stand up to him, Mia. Show him what you're made of. Ah, perfect opportunity. Well, what was it? The cause. Go on. Please say you know at least this much. I'm sorry, I didn't get a chance to read through the whole file. Oh my... Dude, get the fuck out of court right now. My hemorrhoids are beginning to act up. Shut the fuck up, bro. Now see here. The details of the case are filed under the court record. But you knew that already, didn't you? Yes, I've played 3 fucking games. Fatal electric shock. Insane. Take a good hard look at the data there and think carefully before you answer, my dear. Yes, sir. I'll do just that. Gotta stay calm. I can't let that prosecutor get the better of me. Court record. Okay, let's take a look. Now then, would the attorney please for the defense please answer the question? What was the cause of death? Electrocution. Ow! According to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock. In other words, electrocution. Electrocution? But how could such a thing happen? Did the murderer use some type of new, super powerful stun gun, perhaps? The answer to that will become crystal clear as this trial proceeds, Your Honor. But before that, there is one more vital issue. What's that? Why, motive, of course. Apparently, there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant. Bad blood? What do you mean? Oopsie, I'm terribly sorry. You're the defense attorney, so you must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this. I really don't like this guy's smug attitude. I know what happens to this man in the future. Trust me. Trust me, you are already doing way better, girl. Even though you anyway. It's Winston Payne for you. He's one smooth operator, if you catch my drift. They don't call him the rookie killer for nothing, you know. Dog, wait until you meet Miles fucking Edgeworth. That man will put you into a coma. Now then, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of the bad blood between the victim and the defendant? And this time I would like to see some supporting evidence. Evidence? No need to get all worked up over this. As I said, all our weapons can be found in the court record. Find the evidence you need and shove it in old Greybeard's face. Yes, sir. Into old Greybeard's face. Mr. Grossberg tried to set a better example for the young lady. Evidence isn't the only thing on the court record. People's profiles are as well. You can toggle between profiles and evidence with tab. Okay, whatever the fuck. Oh, hello? Okay. Oh, I know this bitch. I know this bitch. I know this bitch. We love a girl boss. She is the definition of gaslight gatekeep girl boss. Oh, is this the trial that Phoenix does the thing? I mentioned it in a tweet. I will say that. Okay. Oh, she dated Doug Swallow up to until 8 months ago. Okay. Now then, let's see what you've got. What was the cause of the bad blood between Phoenix Wright and the victim? Do I just show him Dahlia? Dahlia Hawthorne, you motherfucker. The reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here. Dahlia Hawthorne, is it? Very good, Miss Fey. You seem to have picked up on at least this much. This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. But up until about 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. Clearly she has some part to play in the story. Okay, relax. Oh, he's done it again. Before the cross-examination starts, he's already got the judge thinking like he wants. Very well, Mr. Payne. Please call your first witness. If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? The defendant himself? Well, Miss Fey? It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? The defense has no objection. Very well. Fucking bitch. Anyway, the court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the stand. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Oh, yes, my name is Phoenix Wright. My job is, well, right now I guess I'm a suspect. No, he means what did you do before you were arrested? Oh, I was a university student. Mr. Wright, you understand that you are suspected in the death of your fellow student, Doug Swallow. But I didn't do it. I'm innocent, I tell you. I'm telling you as... Would the defendant please refrain from passing on his cold to the rest of us? This is gonna get real annoying, isn't it? It seems the witness has something he wants to say. Well then, Mr. Wright, please tell us about your relation to the victim. Right away, Your Honor. Phoenix about to get on my damn nerves, ain't he? I admit I was there, but I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. He's British? Oh, he deserved to die. I'm kidding. I love British people. I have British friends. I watch Dan and Phil. I see. So you hardly knew the victim. Right, like I said, I'm not a killer. Looks like the judge understands. You're being naive, you know. Too naive. Huh? Whatever. I hate Winston Payne. Man is a bitch. Seems you've forgotten one small thing, young lady. And that would be? This witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination. Cross-examination? He's right, and it's the defense's duty to carry out the cross-examination. The purpose is to determine if the witness's testimony contains any contradictions. Contradictions? If a witness is lying, their statements will conflict with the court record. But Mr. Wright is my client. Even if he is your client in court, all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, that is your duty, you see. What does he mean by that? Is he saying the testimony just now? There was a lie? A contradiction? Now then, your cross-examination if you please, Miss Fey. Please, Mr. Wright, tell me you haven't been lying. You wouldn't do that to me, would you? In that sweater? I'm gonna press on everything. When you say there, you mean the place where the victim was murdered? Yeah, sort of. The place where something happened anyway. Something? You can't hide what happened. We have a photographic evidence. Anyway, Mr. Wright, what were you doing at the scene of the crime? I thought you said you didn't know the victim, Mr. Swallow. It was just a coincidence. We bumped into each other by accident. A coincidence, huh? I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. You say you found the body, so who called the police? Huh? I'm just gonna not talk when he fucking coughs and sneezes. Like, what's the point? Unfortunately, it was some other students that notified the police. Other students? That's correct. They were witnesses. Yeah, that's how you know he didn't do it. No one that's wearing this fucking sweater is standing there with a smug-ass look on his face. Please be so for real. Witnesses who saw the defendant standing there next to the body in shock. What? Is this true, Mr. Wright? Could you stop sneezing every time you're in a bind? Well, it's true that I was pretty shocked when I found the body, but I hardly knew the guy to begin with. So you didn't know his face or even his name, right? Right. Well, no. So, which is it? Did you know him or not? Now see here, you can't avoid answering the question by sneezing all day. Well, I guess I did know his name. News to me. Why didn't he tell me that before? I heard he used to date Dolly. Who is this Dolly person? Ah, yes, that would be the defendant's lover, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Oh, I see. Ah, young love, so bittersweet. But that's all I knew about him. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. How did you know he was British then? Mr. Wright, you stated the following in your testimony. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. That's right. I mean, why would I even... But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, then why would you say that the victim was a stuck-up British wannabe? Well, Mr. Wright? No, it wasn't me. I'm not a killer, I swear. Mr. Wright, I will give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. How is that you knew the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe? Oh, a wannabe. So he's not really British. Okay, so then kill yourself. It's a good thing he died. Listen, British people are chill. Fake British people die. Yes, well... He's always walking around with a huge Union jacket, with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt. The fuck is that? Did you see it at the crime scene, the Union Jack, I mean? Yes, that's right. I saw it at the crime scene. That's why I figured he must love British stuff, see? It's true, cross my heart. I swear I didn't do it. He's acting fishier than the salmon I ate last night, girl. May I ask you something, Miss Fey? Yes, Your Honor. What is it now? Who is this person anyway? This Union Jack fellow? The Union Jack is the name of the United Kingdom's flag. Oh, I see. So you mean like the stars and stripes, right? As usual, Your Honor, your insight astounds me. Hey, something just occurred to me. Isn't there something strange about this bit just now? Mia, there is a contradiction here. Mr. Grossberg, quickly now, show that boy you mean business, with evidence I mean. Okay, Mia, check the court record carefully. Well, Medea, do you think you can manage this from your own point? On your own from this point? Yeah, duh. 1 year ago, I was in a courtroom just like this. I can do it. I can handle myself. You mustn't try to bite off more than you can chew, Mia. I'll be fine. I know what I have to do. Remember, you can always press him to get more information. Oh, and one more thing. When you're going to state a contradiction, make sure you present some definitive proof. One more time. Was he even... isn't he not wearing his jacket then? Haha, got him. Are you certain you saw the Union Jack? Yeah, I'm sure it was right there on his back. Miss FEY, is there some point to this line of questioning? Your Honor, please take another look at this crime scene photo. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back. Hey, wait a minute, he's wearing a leather jacket. The Union Jack was on the back of the t-shirt he was wearing. I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body. But if that really was the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? You have no idea at all what he was wearing underneath that jacket. Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me. Please forgive me. Mia, you've made our client cry. Let him. Let him. That P on the chest doesn't stand for Phoenix anyway. Stands for pussy. I'm sorry. Can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Wright was all wrong. That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. It's quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime. Uh-oh. Did I go too far? By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it? Yeah, I took some, but... Was the medicine that you took an over-the-counter brand called Cold Killer X? Yeah, that's right. It kills colds good. Hey, wait a second. How did you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X? Would you happen to have that medicine with you right now? Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere. He lost it? Does this even have anything to do with the case? Mr. Wright, shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now? Huh? Your Honor, I'd like you to take a look at another photo from the crime scene. What's this in the victim's hand? It's Cold Killer X. Yes, but even I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument just won't work. There's no doubt that as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to, especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints are all over it. What? Sensing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine, dropped it by Mr. Wright, and hid it in his hand. His purpose of doing so can only have been to identify his killer as Phoenix Wright. What a fucking stretch, dog. Order in the court. Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo and bottle as evidence. Very well, the court will accept him into the record. Also, the victim's wristwatch was broken. Broken? Yes, it ceased functioning when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all of this? This is really bad. Oh my Jesus, dude. Why aren't you talking about this in court? Be so for real with me right now. I don't even want to read that. Fuck you, Grossberg. I'm gonna fix the lighting real quick. The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind that building. We talked for a bit, and then around 3 p.m. we split up. Then later we went back. I found him lying there. I've been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 to 3 days, but I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Mr. Wright, that's completely different from the testimony you gave me previously. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth. You'll forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible. Miss Fey, please begin your cross-examination. Oh, please, Mr. Wright, don't tell any more lies. Okay, what evidence do I have now? Yeah, we're just gonna not talk about the umbrella here either. Okay. Had you ever met the victim before then? No, never. But that day he called me up and told me he wanted to have a talk about Dolly. And this Dolly person is my, it's kind of embarrassing. She's my, sweetheart. What was that for, Mia? Oh, I'm sorry. I just felt like slapping something all of a sudden. Oh my god. Dahlia Hawthorne was also the lover of the murder victim, Doug Swallow. Before she met Mr. Wright, that is. So it was one of those nasty love triangles I see. Is it Mr. Swallow who indicated you should meet at 2:45? Yeah, and we were both there right on time. You said the victim was in the pharmacology department, correct? Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of IVU. An alchemist, I see. Gotta admit, I was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. How fascinating. He sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man. What do I do? Maybe I should ask him for some more details? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I was wondering if you could tell me a bit more about the pharmacology department. Well, okay, sure. I don't know all that much, though. A little bit earlier in your testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. That's right, and they sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there are high voltage cables everywhere. High voltage cables? Yeah, there were electrical poles set up all around the building. The high voltage cables run overhead around the roof. Finally, I think we're getting somewhere. I'm gonna press and ask about the time of the meeting. Are you absolutely certain that you met at 2:45? Yeah, pretty sure. That's the time class ends. But they're always doing experiments, so it doesn't matter much. Experiments? Yeah, those pharmacology guys are always in the lab whipping up something. Well, it looks like he's right about the time anyway. Witness, let's go on with your testimony. So what was it you were talking about? You know. Yeah, maybe we should hang out again sometime. Hang out again sometime? I wish that were true. So you say you went back? Yeah, that's when I found the body. Yes, but why did you go back in the first place? Weren't you angry with him? Well, that's right, I was. Then why, Mr. Wright? Why did you go back there? I thought maybe we could make up. Achoo, achoo. Judging by the atmosphere, I'm pretty sure no one is buying this. Taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 to 3 days. It's rather unusual to catch a cold this time of year. Oh my god. Isn't it? Yeah, I always get a little careless when the weather starts to warm up. I guess I shouldn't sleep with the window open this early in spring, huh? I suppose common sense is not always common. So, did anyone else know that you were taking cold medicine? Well, I always took one after meals, and I'm pretty sure all my friends knew about it. On the day of the incident, what did you do for lunch? Huh? What does that have to do with anything? You can never be too sure. I always eat with Dolly, just the 2 of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest. Her mini omelets are magically delicious. Ouch! Why did you punch me in the jaw? Oh, I'm sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden. God damn it, Mia. I think that's enough for now. So the defendant and the victim met at approximately the time of his death. And then the defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason. I'm not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine bottle either. Let me be frank here, Mr. Wright. Your testimony cannot be trusted. What do you mean? I knew it was too much work for a little girl. However, there is one mystery that still remains. There is, Your Honor? How the murder carried out, of course. Just how was the victim electrocuted? I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet, correct? Well, that is, you are correct, Your Honor. So how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? If I could somehow establish how it was done, maybe I could still come out of this mess smelling like a rose. That's weird. Oh, I can I? Your Honor? Yes, Miss Fey? I believe that we were about to piece together everything we heard up till now. I believe that if we were able to piece together everything we learned up till now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died. That would be most impressive. Quite the brash statement coming from a rookie. But even a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of the court, yes? An attorney must be able to substantiate their arguments with evidence. Of course I know that. Actually, I totally forgotten about that. Now then, Miss Fey, let me see what you've got. Show me how you believe the victim was electrocuted. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it was the fucking electric cables right here. As for the cause of death, I say this picture captures it quite well. What? But there is nothing that even remotely resembles a murder weapon here. I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this in a bit more detail. Miss Fey, where exactly is this photo? Is the murder weapon? I need you to do some things with your eyes, please. Well, naturally, it's right here. That's... What is that? A severed electrical cable, I believe. Your Honor, I remember the testimony we've heard. The machines that pharmacology students use in their experiments require high voltage, and because of that, there is a special high voltage cable strung up everywhere. So then the high voltage cable... Yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of death. That is the most likely explanation. That certainly sounds plausible. Well, Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this? Well, I believe some praise is in order. Don't toy with me, old man. Now, the victim's cause of death may indeed have been a high voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what that really implies. The only one who had an opportunity to use the cable as a murder weapon was... the defendant. Not really. so eepy right now, and I don't know why. That much is certainly true. Well, and that's not all. We have proof. Irrefutable proof that will establish that Mr. Wright was the murderer. You do? Well, what is it? His fingerprints. Fingerprints? You mean that defendant's fingerprints were on something besides the medicine bottle? Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, the victim was wearing a leather jacket. As you may know, leather holds fingerprints quite well. You mean... Yes, it was quite clearly imprinted on the chest area of the victim's jacket. The palm print of the defendant's very own hand. What? I can only think of one way Mr. Wright could have left a print like that. Intent on murder, he squarely pushed the victim towards the severed electrical cable. Phoenix, it ain't looking good for you, dog. If I hadn't played the other 2 games, I would have never thought you got out of this, bro. Order, that's enough. I think we can conclude that there is no reason to continue with this cross-examination. Stick a fork in us, we're done. Mr. Grossberg. The show is over, Mia. I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him. No, you're wrong. Mr. Wright is innocent. No further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt. Your Honor... At this time, I am prepared to render a verdict in this case. Yeah. Do you have something further to add, Miss Fey? Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? You still haven't told us the truth. The whole truth. If you don't say something now, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call from the Ellie Welly. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Anyway, if you don't say something now, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. But I can't. I just can't say it. If I told you what really happened, then I'd be... It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm your attorney. You can trust me. Miss Faye, no matter what it is you have to say, I believe you and that I'll represent you to the very end. We've already established the defendant's guilt. There's no further need for him to say anything. Wait a minute. Mr. Wright? I'll tell you what really happened. But I've already told you, Mr. Wright, there's no need for further... I did it. I admit it. I pushed him. It's my fault. My fault that Doug Swallow is dead. Oh, there we go. Case closed. Time to go to jail. My bad. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. LOL. What you just said, was that the truth? Yes, I was afraid that if I told the truth, everyone would think I was the murderer for sure. Well, as things are currently stand, we are absolutely convinced that you are. Please give me one more chance to explain. This time I swear I will tell the whole truth. It'll be okay, won't it, Miss Faye? I believe in you. Oh, thank you. Still can't believe it. You really did push the victim. It feels... Dog, when did this game come out? Oh. – 2004. When did the Harlem Shake become a thing? Things ain't adding up. Unless Harlem Shake was a thing way before, like 2013. I wouldn't know, but whatever. Anyway. I'm not reading that. Anytime Grossbird talked about hemorrhoids, his hemorrhoids, I'm not reading it. I'm not doing it. You cannot make me do it. That guy was talking bad about Dolly. I lost my temper and gave him a shove. At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. So I went back, but he was just lying there, dead. Well, the explanation is really quite simple. When you pushed him, Mr. Swallow flew back and touched the electrical cable. He died from the shock, and that, as they say, is that. A simple explanation indeed. At the time of the incident, a light rain had begun falling. Wet from the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted. But when I pushed him, there wasn't any electrical cables nearby. If there had been something like that, even I would have noticed it. That's true. Even a doofus like him couldn't miss that. Miss Faye, let me warn you right now if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear on that? Yes, Your Honor. Don't give up, Mia. If he's innocent, then there must be some kind of evidence that will prove it. So what kind of things did Mr. Swallow say to you? He said all sorts of terrible things about Dolly. He said that she was a bad girl. Is that all? Yep. Well, Miss Fey, you heard him yourself. Oh boy, you're not doing yourself any favors here, Mr. Wright. Please don't make this harder for me than it already is. Anyway, after he said that, I lost my temper and gave him a shove. Can you tell me about what happened in a little more detail? That guy, he just said what he wanted to say to me. And then he put on the jacket he was holding and started to leave. That's when I lost my temper and flew into a furious frenzy. I just gave him a light, gentle shove to the chest. That's what you want to call that? That man is on the ground. And when you did that, there were no severed cables anywhere to be seen? Right, there was nothing like that at all. But is it possible that you immediately overlooked it? Well, I guess it's possible. What are you doing? Don't let that guy steamroll over you like cheap asphalt. Eve, what's important here is that the moment the push occurred. Let's continue on with the testimony witness. A loud noise? And what would you say that loud noise was, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but it was really loud. It was like, snap. You know, come to think of it, I wonder what that was. Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted. Yeah, right, dog. You're not qualified to decide that. What should I do? I'm treading on some dangerous ground here. Mr. Wright, that loud noise you heard may be extremely important. Try to remember what it was. How do I put it? It was like a sharp crack. Could it have been? Yes, could it have been? Hurry up and tell us. When I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding. He fell right on top of it, and it broke. That was probably the noise I heard. An umbrella, huh? And did the umbrella belong to the victim? Yeah, it was a plastic umbrella, cheap and frail, kind of like the owner. Then again, I wish I had any umbrella. I was totally soaked to the bone. Miss Fey, what do you think? Is there something important in that testimony just now? Well, of course it's important. It's got a fucking... talks about the umbrella. This is it, Mia. The new information you've been waiting for. Of course it's important. No, the cheap umbrella is more than important. It's vital. I want to officially have it entered into the testimony. How perfectly fitting. Flimsy information for a flimsy lawyer. The court agrees to the defense's request. Witness, please add the bit about the cheap umbrella to your testimony. Hold on, guys, look. Here comes the boy. Hello, boy. Look at him. Little mans. Oh. Goodbye, Kirby. Okay, I'm going to assume that the light is not gonna... Now he wants out. Go for it, Never mind, the sun is fucking coming out again. Holy shit. Fell down on top of his cheap umbrella. So Mr. Swallow fell on top of his umbrella and you are certain of this? Yeah, it was right there under him. Actually, if it hadn't been under him, I was planning on borrowing it for myself. The umbrella, you mean? Oh, yeah, you see, I was wearing this sweater here. Dolly stayed up late for nights at a time knitting it for me. I didn't want the rain to dampen the handmade symbol of her love. My stomach is not used to being your personal soccer ball, Mia. I'm sorry. Continue on with your testimony, witness. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. After you shoved the victim, did you leave the scene right away? Yes, I did. I admit it. I was furious. You left without even checking on Mr. Swallow's condition? Well, yeah, but like I said, I got worried about him later. So I went back, but he was just lying there dead. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. At the time, did you see anyone at the scene of the crime? Nope, nobody. Jeez, could that stupid cough possibly sound any phonier? In that case, it's very hard to believe someone else could have been the murderer. Oh yeah, that umbrella's not underneath him, dog. Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning? Come on, if I had mentioned that, I would have been able to counter the prosecution's arguments earlier. What do you mean by that? Take another look at the crime scene photo. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. However, if you look closely, the umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Actually, it's by the electrical pole. You're absolutely right. The conclusion here is obvious. After the defendant left, the victim moved from where he fell. In other words, after he was pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swallow was still alive. No! Take the L. Pain, you're a bitch. The victim, he moved? Mr. Payne, the umbrella in this photo, where is it now? Well, it was collected by the police at the crime scene. I want it presented as evidence immediately. But the umbrella could have simply been blown there by the wind. According to the testimony, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. There's simply no way it could have been blown there by the wind. But I know this matter of the umbrella seems relatively trivial, but as long as the smallest doubt remains, I cannot render final judgment. No! Take this L, Winston. Take this L, you bitch. I must say, I still find it hard to believe that a huge hole has been blown by the prosecution's case by the defendant's testimony. Well done, Mia. Mr. Payne, what are you chuckling about? Pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting too much of a free ride. It was foolish to think I could establish guilt through cross-examination alone. I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying. Let me guess. You have another witness? Exactly. And this witness's testimony will be incontrovertible. Well, who is this witness? Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Dahlia Hawthorne? You don't mean Dolly? I do, Your Honor. The defendant's very own lover is a witness to the whole thing. That's right, she was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. What? Sorry to break the bad news to you, my dear. Bad news? You couldn't be more wrong. Actually, I've been waiting for this. You can't be serious. Mia, what do you mean by that? I think this is a good point to stop at.
The court will now enter a 20-minute recess. Afterwards, we will be able to listen to the testimony of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Oh boy. Miss Faye, I'm sorry about what happened back there. It's alright. At least you told the truth in the end, Mr. Wright. Yeah, so I guess I can start to relax then, huh? Relax, my boy? You can't be serious after hiding such important facts. But the next witness is my Dolly, right? She'll save me. I know she will. Why do you think that? Huh? What do you mean? She's the love of my life, that's why. The love of your life? Huh. Would you mind telling me more about you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? Sure, no problem. Dahlia and I, we first met about 8 months ago, right in this very courthouse. Actually, I'm studying to be a lawyer on the side. Anyway, one day she and I just bumped into each other at the reading room downstairs. That's why I really think it was fate that brought us together. As soon as I first set eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh, here, take a look at this. She gave this to me the day we met as a symbol of our love. She had been wearing it around her neck that day, but then she took it off, but before she gave it to me, she said, I want you to carry this. So she gave it to you as a present, I see. This darling little bottle is filled with memories of my darling little Dolly. It certainly is a little bottle, all right. It makes me so happy. I show it to everyone I meet. I want to share my happiness with the whole world. Anyway, so after that, you and Miss Hawthorne started dating? Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now. What a strange girl, asking for a present back like that. By the way, Mr. Wright, the day you first met Dahlia Hawthorne 8 months ago, it wouldn't happen to have been on August 27th, wouldn't it? Huh? Yeah, it was. How did you... This happened on August 27th, right here in this courthouse. What's this? A newspaper clipping? Let's see. Murder in the courthouse. Murder? What are you reading there? Let me see that. Oh, I see. Mia, I think I understand what you're trying to say. I think I understand why you suddenly took such keen interest in this case. You believe there is some connection between these two cases, am I correct? If you don't mind, Mr. Grossberg, let me read this. Murder in the courthouse. Very little information is being disclosed at the time, since the victim of yesterday's incident in the district courthouse cafeteria is said to have been a lawyer. However, police are questioning the 19-year-old female college student who was sitting with the victim. I need to finish this myself. Yes, but I'm afraid what you have will not be enough, my dear. I'll go and have a look at the downstairs reading room and see what else I can find. Thank you. I want to do whatever I can to help you, Mia. Well, it looks like recess is about to over. We better get moving. I guess so. But recess sure seemed longer than 20 minutes. Huh? It seemed faster than that. Shut up. Okay. To be continued. I know this is already not very long, but I'm going to take a quick break. I knew it was gonna be yellow. Alright, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. I'll play some music for you.
Okay, we are so back. I'm so sorry that took so long. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Also, it totally reminds me, I did not check out the results for the poll. Ooh, Minish Cap won. That's crazy. Everyone wanted Minish Cap to win, I guess. It was a nice 50-50 almost, but it's okay. So it looks like Paper Mario will be waiting until after Minish Cap. Alright. Let's pause that shit. Let's get back to the game. I scarfed so much of that down at once because I was trying to finish quickly. I'm so sorry. I took my 10-minute break and then my dad was like, oh, dinner's ready. And I was like, well, now I have to eat dinner because my dad made dinner because he's here. Long story. Don't worry about it. But yeah, so he made dinner and I had to finish eating it. So there's that. Anyways, I'm not really EP anymore. Oh, Grossberg's not here with us. Thank fuck. I don't have to hear him talking about his hemorrhoids anymore. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Payne, please call your witness. The next person who is someone who has witnessed the crime as it happened. The prosecution calls Miss Dahlia Hawthorne to the stand. Oh, there she is. What's with this stiff silence? There she is. The absolute definition of gaslight gatekeep girl boss. Mainly gaslight and girl boss. In my long career as a judge, I have been deceived by many witnesses. It's my job to doubt, to take no one at their word. But in your case, I must admit that you radiate a glow of complete sincerity. Can't believe he actually said that. Oh, now then, witness, can you please state your full name? Don't worry, sweetie. There's no need to be nervous. If anyone says anything rude, you can be sure I'll cut them right down to size. And I will bash them with my gavel. I love how they look straight at me when they say that. Thank you for calming my nerves. You are all so nice, I almost feel right at home. Not at all. It was nothing. If we may move on now, what is your full name and occupation? My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I'm a junior in literature at Ivy University. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence. The honor is all mine. No, the honor is all mine. Oh my god. What's with all these references? Well, we know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. That is a fucking crazy ass statement right there. Sir? Is there something I can help you with? You just go on and say whatever's on your mind. I'm sure that there must be some kind of mistake. Feeny wouldn't kill anyone. I just know it. Yes, I can see why you'd say that. She's going to be a tough witness, all right. It only took her 12 seconds to wrap them all around her finger. Now then, please proceed with your testimony. Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please. I love how she just has butterflies in her animation. Just does. I had been planning to go back to Feeney's place after class was over. Feeney and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. Then, suddenly, Dougie got all wobbly and just collapsed. That's when Feeney noticed I was there. I went to go and find the other students and they called the authorities. I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hawthorne, the defendant didn't do anything wrong. Young lady, as old as I am, even I can recall how hot the flames of young passion can burn. Nevertheless, it is my job to discover the truth. Please tell us the truth. But I would never. That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue. What do you mean by that? Please just let me proceed with my cross-examination, Your Honor. I, for one, don't plan to win my case on a bunch of paper-thin lies. You haven't changed a bit. Mia Fey. What's this? So you two are acquainted? Yes, we've met before, once. In any case, Miss Fey, the floor is all yours. It's good to see you again, Madam Fey. Madam? I'm no one's grandma yet, girly. I know what my next cosplay's gonna be. I'm kidding. Not really. I really do like Dahlia's character. I think she looks super cool, and the one thing I know about her is that she's a crazy bitch. And that's about it. So I'm not saying anything for spoilers' sake. Now, unless I'm mistaken, Feeney, I mean Mr. Wright, was in the art department. If that's the case, then what were you doing by the pharmacology building? Well, I'm in the literature department. I'm studying Japanese Senryu poetry. Oh, how wonderful. Isn't that humorous yet satirical style of haiku, yes? Nothing left to do. When a man reaches his age, sleep with his best friend. Slay. It's supposed to be poetry? Sounds more like a midlife crisis. So real for that. For me to get to the art department, I have to walk through the back area. Yes, I see. That makes sense. When I was to enter the courthouse, I always walk through the front doors. How else would you enter? Teleportation? Julia. Julia. They were talking behind the building. So who's this Dougie person? Oh, I'm sorry, Doug Swallow. We were dating until about 8 months ago. So what were Dougie, Mr. Swallow and Mr. Wright talking about anyway? How can you be so mean? I would never eavesdrop. I wasn't raised to be so rude and unrefined. That's right, Miss Fey. Don't drag the witness down to your level. Why am I being demonized here? Please, go on. What did you see next? And suddenly Dougie got all wobbly and collapsed. Are you saying that the victim just collapsed on his own? Yes. In other words, the defendant never touched the victim, is that right? I was watching the whole time. Feeney never did a thing to Dougie. If I press her for no reason, I just know the judge will get angry with me. So what should I do about her testimony just now? Duh, show the contradiction, because he fucking pushed her! He fucking pushed him, sorry. Feeble lies are not very welcoming, are not very becoming, Miss Hawthorne, so let's drop them, shall we? What? I would never. Miss Fey, I will not allow you to badger the witness. I believe the defense is engaged in a fishing expedition. What? That is, she has no supporting. Mia's like, I dare you to fucking try me right now. I dare you to fucking try me right now. I will fucking kill you. Please don't glare at me like that. I'm just doing my job. And that's why, Winston Payne, you become a god-awful attorney. Go fuck yourself. Now then, Miss Hawthorne. The defendant's palm print is found on Mr. Swallow's leather jacket. It has already been shown that Mr. Wright did, in fact, push the victim. What? There's no need to try and cover for the defendant. It would be much better if you came out and told us the whole truth. There's nothing to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything you saw. Yes, Your Honor, I will. If you don't mind, I'd like to revise my testimony. Looks like we're finally getting somewhere. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie. You didn't see it? Well, I saw the moment when Dougie fell to the ground. And at that time, there was only 2 of them at the scene. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and the victim, Dog Swallow. Yes, that's right. Didn't look like they were fighting, and I didn't hear anything unusual either, which is also not true. So what did it look like they were doing to you? I thought they were having a nice, friendly afternoon conversation. Oh, give me a break. That's why I really wasn't watching them all that closely. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all? No, nothing at all, Mr. Judge. Oh, I like the sound of that, Mr. Judge. Now then, please proceed with your testimony. And they call the authorities. Oh, stop it! You say you didn't hear anything unusual? Is that correct? Yes, that's why I was very relaxed looking at the scenery around me. That's nice, but I find that a little odd. I have here the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix Wright, and he clearly testified to the effect that when he pushed the victim, he heard a sharp, loud noise. He said that? If you were really that close to the 2 of them, why didn't you hear this noise as well? Well, maybe the noise just wasn't all that memorable. But according to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was a sharp noise like a snap. There's no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression. May I have a moment to answer? By all means. I know the reason why I didn't hear the noise. Lord, sorry, the soundtrack caught me off guard a bit. You see, the truth is, I had my headphones on and I was listening to music at the time. Headphones? You mean the both of your ears were covered? The rain was just beginning to let up, but it seemed as though Thor wasn't ready to have his fun to come to an end yet. So the sky continued to flash and rumble. Thunder and lightning, huh? Yes, I'm afraid of the sound of thunder. So I put on my headphones to block it out. Well, Your Honor, as you can see, there aren't any contradictions in her testimony after all. Wait a sec, Mia. The testimony just now. She said something that could totally change this whole case. There was lightning. Your Honor, there was a problem with the witness's testimony. What do you mean? Didn't you not notice? Didn't you notice? She said there was lightning, correct? Yes, what about it? Well, lightning is actually a large discharge of electricity in the atmosphere, am I right? Now is not the time for a science lesson, Miss Fey. Yes, Your Honor. Anyway, since the cause of death was electrocution, isn't it possible that the victim died from being hit by a bolt of lightning? Alright. Alright. We're getting a little... We're reaching. We're reaching, but we'll take it. I must admit the thought had not occurred to me. Just what kind of thoughts do occur in this guy anyway? This entire case is built on the premise that Mr. Doug Swallow was murdered, but that very premise itself is mistaken. The defense believes that Mr. Swallow was, in fact, the victim of a stray bolt. It appears the defense may be onto something. Could it be that the death was actually accidental? Alright, you did it, Mia. I'll be taking that not guilty now if you don't. Winston Payne, I need you to look at me in the eyes. Deep into my eyes right now. And I need you to be so fucking for real with me right now. I'm hurt that you have such a low opinion of me, Miss Fey. Huh? I'm not a fool, you know. The prosecution has done its research, Your Honor. We found that there were no lightning strikes on the day of that location. What? What's more, we have evidence that the electrical cable is definitely linked to this case. Evidence, Mr. Payne? What is this evidence? This affidavit. And who is this affidavit from? The pharmacology students who were conducting experiments in the lab that day. Allow me to read aloud the court testimony of the pharmacology students. All equipment in the lab lost its power all of a sudden around 3 p.m. that day. Was it a blackout? All the lab's equipment runs on high voltage, Your Honor. So you're saying the equipment lost power because... Precisely. They lost power because the severed electrical cable. The power outage occurred at approximately 3 p.m., which fits with the time of death listed in the autopsy report. Exactly. In other words, the victim died as a result of touching the severed electrical cable. According to the students, the cables were very old. They were planning on having them replaced in the near future. I see. Apparently, the cables had become so brittle that even the smallest bump could have caused them to break. However, there is still one thing that troubles me. If the cable could have been broken by any small bump, then it wouldn't have snapped if it hadn't been bumped into, correct? Well, I suppose you could say that. Miss Fey, do you have any thoughts regarding the cause of the severed cable? Your Honor, I don't like how this is looking one bit. I have to come up with something to try to regain some momentum. If it pleases the court, the defense would like to state its opinion. Well then, let's hear it. Who or what was that caused the cable to break? Realistically, I have no fucking clue. Do I wanna try the umbrella? Because it didn't say who, it said who or what. This is it. This is why the cable snapped. I'll take the flub. Oh, this isn't gonna affect me, so I don't really care. Well, then it's obviously gonna be Doug Swallow. I thought it was gonna be too obvious, that's why I didn't want to choose it. Okay, never mind. Then it's Phoenix, because he pushed him. Your Honor, please think back to Mr. Wright's testimony. The defendant's testimony? He said that after he pushed the victim, he heard a loud, sharp noise. Now, this happened at around 3 p.m., correct? Yes, that sounds about right. Wait! Are you saying that the lab equipment lost power at around 2:55 p.m., which fits right in Mr. Wright's timeline? In other words, it was Mr. Wright's shove that caused the power outage. Yes, the prosecution also came to the same conclusion. It was also that very shove that caused Mr. Swallow to be electrocuted. I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, Mr. Payne. What's that supposed to mean? Take a good look at where the victim landed after being shoved. See the umbrella? It's by the electrical pole. That's right. The victim banged into that pole as a result of being pushed. It was the impact that caused the cable to break. Well, that makes sense. And then the victim was electrocuted. Love when she does that. Sorry, Your Honor, but no, it doesn't make sense at all. The victim was shoved into the far pool. Then oh my god, what? Then he couldn't have been electrocuted by this severed cable in the foreground here. Ah! In other words, someone other than my client must have electrocuted the victim. Got his ass. Order in the court! Ah, the lamentations of my enemy, how I long to hear them. It's true, the defense is absolutely correct. There doesn't seem to be any way the defendant could have... Mr. Judge, sir? May I say something? The Madam Attorney's explanation. She said some things that are a little different than I remember them. What the? Gotcha. Please, just once more. May you please testify one last time, please, Mr. Judge? Of course it's all right. Just go ahead and give your new testimony. This is it. She's finally starting to show her true colors. The truth is, Feeney pushed him twice. The first time was into the electrical pole. That's when the cable broke. Then Dougie tried his best to run away from him, but Feeney caught up and crashed into him, but from behind. The cable snapping, and Dougie being electrocuted, it all occurred in less than a minute. And that's where you're wrong. Damn it. Get fucked. Fuck off. Anyway. So after being shoved, the victim got up and tried to run away. And that is when the defendant pushed him for the second time. I'm so sorry, Feeney, but I just have to tell the truth. Am I doing the right thing? Am I, Mr. Judge? Oh, go fuck yourself. Of course you are, my dear. It's painful as it may seem, you are. Now then, Miss Fey, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Feeney pushed him twice. Miss Hawthorne, previously in your testimony you said the following. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie. I know. I'm sorry. I wanted to protect Feeney. So that's why you basically lied to the court? I was a bad girl. I know. Mr. Judge? Yes? Would you please forgive little old me? Oh my god. Barf! Of course he won't. What you just did was perjury. Oh, come on now. It's just a little white lie. We'll forget it this time, but please be more careful from now on, all right? Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Judge. Not at all. The judge had better be more careful himself. A dark alley is friendlier than that girl. Oh, I just got a fucking achievement for that. You're saying you actually saw the victim get pushed into the electrical pole? I know he doesn't look it, but Feeney can be a bit of an imp when he wants to be. Oh, really? But I never imagined that he would cause an electrical cable to break. Feeney really is scary when he gets mad. Yes, he sounds like a very dangerous individual indeed. Really now? Then he tried to run away from him. So let me get this straight. You were happily listening to music on your headphones while you watched the scene unfold? Miss Fey, I'll have to ask you to stop badgering the witness. I wasn't happy. I was so scared that I couldn't even move. All I could do was stand there and cheer them on. Cheer them on? What do you mean by that? Well, I wish the best for them both and that they would give each other the fight. They would give the fight their all. That's very sweet of you to be so supportive. It's a weird-ass thing to be supportive about, but whatever. And what happened after that? That doesn't sound quite right. There were handprints found on the chest of the victim's leather jacket. Mr. Payne, were there also prints found on the back of the leather jacket? Well, no, there weren't. Madam Fey, may I suggest you listen a little more carefully? You got a lot of nerve, motherfucker. You got a lot of goddamn nerve to say that shit to me. I said that he crashed into him from behind, right? My Feeney wouldn't leave any prints behind in that case, would he? Ugh. Sorry, I'm gonna fix the camera real quick. It's a little... Whee! Okay, we're back. The cable snapping and Dougie being electrocuted all happened in less than a minute. Did you actually witness the moment the victim was electrocuted? I'm sorry, I didn't actually see it. I turned my eyes away. It's understandable. Yes, indeed. It would have been a horrific sight to anyone, but for anyone to behold. I don't figure out the contradiction here. It's all over. She didn't have much time to come up with her lies, so this is my best chance. There must be a hole in her testimony somewhere. Think Mia. You know, I know this is more of a tutorial-like case, but this is a bit hard. It is the third game in, like, the series, so I guess it makes sense that you would be comfortable with these types of things. You know what I mean? I don't know. But what happened to him laying on top of the umbrella? Oh, I don't know. I don't really know. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh, what time is this, bro? I can't read that shit. Hold on. I just realized I have not even used that as, like, evidence at all. Oh, man, I can't even fucking see that. Hold on, we're gonna do this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That says 310. I just wanted to make sure I was able to still read the fucking clock. I'm not really sure what... Got him! Let's fucking go! That took me a minute, but I got it! Without a walkthrough. I'll take it. That's enough, witness. I'm afraid I don't understand. You will in a minute. Could you please take a look at this picture? Oh, that medicine. That's the one Feeny likes to take for his cold. It's not the medicine I want you to look at. It's the wristwatch. It stopped at precise time when the victim was electrocuted. In other words, 3:05. Okay, sorry. 3:05 p.m., not 3:10. My bad. I tried my best to read what I could. Shut up. It was upside down, and I was trying to read it quickly. I just knew it wasn't 3 o'clock. And your point is, Miss Faye? My point is this. What time was it when the lab suffered that power outage due to the cable snapping? Well, according to the student's testimony, the answer is clear. It was 2:55 p.m. Yeah! Would you care to explain this to the court, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? What exactly happened during this 10-minute interval? The defense proposes that it was during this interval that the real murderer was killed by Doug Swallow. Was killed? Oh my god. The real murderer killed Mr. Doug Swallow. Whatever. Order in the court. What is this? This is nonsense. The real murderer? Even you can't deny the time between the cable breaking and the electrocution are completely unaccounted for. Then who was it? Who else are you saying could have done it? There's only one person who could have murdered Mr. Swallow. Only after my client had left the scene. Was there a window of opportunity for the real killer? Miss Faye, is the defense ready to indict someone as the real killer? It's finally time. The only other fucking person that is involved in this fucking case. It's the moment I've been waiting for. Yes, Your Honor, we are ready. Very well, but remember, if you accuse the wrong person, you will be penalized. Think very carefully before you speak, Miss Faye. I don't know how I could possibly get this part wrong, but it's fine. Who is the real killer? Miss Dahlia Hawthorne! It could have only been you, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. What? How can you? The defense is grasping at straws. 10 minutes passed between the time the cable broke and the time of the electrocution. What exactly were you doing that whole time, Miss Hawthorne? Were you really listening to some music while cheering them both on as they fought? I find it hard to believe that you didn't lift a finger to stop the men dearest to you. Order, Miss Faye. What? I mean, why? That is to say... Miss Hawthorne, I believe you did witness the two men fighting on that day. However, after Mr. Wright pushed the victim and subsequently left the scene, it was you who pushed Mr. Swallow to his death by your very own hands. Ah! Her butterflies are back. How can you say something so mean, Madame Faye? I didn't do anything. Miss Faye, this is a very serious charge you are... I was about to say, I recognize that voice. Oh my god. Oh my god. Woo! I kind of, this case kind of eating. This case is kind of eating right now. Woo! Your Honor, please, I have something I want to say. You! What is it? Please strike everything the defense said just now from the record. What? What the? Are you daft? You're totally wrong, Miss Faye. Dolly, she... She wouldn't do something like that. Wait until you hear about this shit. Mr. Wright, get back to your seat. Bailiff, grab that man. Ugh. Leave my dolly alone. Who's gonna tell him? That boy. Oh, hey, Grossberg, what's poppin'? Are you gonna keep talking about your hemorrhoids? Please don't. He's gotten himself very way over his head. Oh, Mr. Grossberg, you're back. It seems I arrived at just at the nick of time. I found the police report on that incident in your newspaper clipping. Thank you so much. This is exactly what I was hoping for. We're just gonna look at this shit real quick. District Courthouse Cafeteria, date and time. Diego Armano, age 28, occupation lawyer, suspect Dahlia Hawthorne, age 19. Armano ingested poison while interviewing the suspect regarding another case. Traces of poison were found in the victim's coffee cup. No poison was found in the vicinity or on the suspect's person. It's unclear how the poison entered the victim's coffee cup. Okay. That's nice. I don't know who Diego is, but interesting. Thank you so much. This is exactly what I was hoping for. You better take a good look at it. It details how you came to lose your Huh? What? Oh, what? I'm sorry, what? My boyfriend? You mean mine? Mine? Oh my god, Mia, you had a boyfriend and you lost your boyfriend? That sucks, bro. Is that who Diego is? That explain why he's a lawyer. Yeah, that was kind of crazy. What the fuck? Hello? Oh my god, she murdered my boyfriend. No. What the fuck? There's only 2 pages of it? That's crazy. Okay, this piece of hair is really annoying the shit out of me. I'm sorry. Okay. I was like, this piece of hair better not, like... Oh my gosh, thank you for following. We're going through this shit together. So... Okay, well... Oh my god, Mia! Mia, how old are you again? Oh, I don't... How old is she at this moment? Mia is compromised. Very true. Details how you came to lose your boyfriend. Now then, the defense has made a very serious accusation. Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this? Well, really, Your Honor, May I interrupt you for just a moment, Mr. Prosecutor? Don't you worry, my dear. I have the situation well in hand. Go right ahead. Madam Faye, are you seriously accusing of killing my sweet Dougie? Yes, I am. Not only am I saying you murdered Doug Swallow, but you also tried to pin the whole thing on your current lover, Phoenix Wright. I told you that you should let me handle this. Sir, please go ahead. How can you say that? I'm absolutely devoted to my dear Feeny. The notion that I would try to frame him is ludicrous. This is all just too much for poor little me to bear. I believe the girl is trying to ask what on earth would her motive be. The answer to that lies somewhere in this police report. It must. 8 months ago, an incident occurred in the basement cafeteria of this building. And then, the same day, the two of them accidentally meet. Your Honor, the defense requests further testimony from Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Further testimony? About what? About the events of the day when she first met the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What could that possibly have to do with the case? The witness claims that she has no reason to frame the defendant. Am I correct? Well, I have evidence that suggests that she, in fact, had a very good reason. Very well, then. The court grants the defense's request. Young lady, would you mind staying on for just a little bit longer? Of course not, Mr. Judge. Get ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia Hawthorne. Can I help you? I heard you walk in.
I could have ordered a tighter shirt. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
This is a medium. I thought I'd be okay. But it's like...
That neckline is really high.
I know. I don't know why they made the neckline so high, because it's tight. But other than that, it feels fine. It's just the neck part is tight.
Well, maybe it's supposed to be like that.
I mean, they are jerseys, so...
Well, jerseys don't really wear like that.
Yeah, but
I guess.
esports jersey's not like...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Esports
people have better jerseys, I guess.
Yeah.
Nerd, get out of here.
Right here.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Blended in so easily with the background, I couldn't even tell. There. That should be better. I first met my darling Feeney 8 months ago. It's like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse's basement reading room. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. We've been going out ever since that fateful day. Oh my god, no! Matt on guard follow me! That's crazy! Thank you for the follow, by the way. Bestie, I don't know how to tell you this, but how is jail? I'm kidding. Going out ever since that fateful day. So lovey-wovey, we literally make people sick. It's just jealousy, I think. Ew. Mr. Wright, do that again and you will be held in contempt of court. And now we enter the final act of our little drama. As we used to say, oh god, sorry. As we used to say in the days of my youth, go get her. I'll get her ass off. I'll kick her ass. Let's go. First met my darling Feeney 8 months ago. So, until that time you had been dating Doug Swallow? Yes, I'm a real fool, I know. Letting my emotions change so quickly, I'm ashamed of myself. No, not at all. Look at me, I'm infamous for changing my mind. No shit. My critics have been taken to calling me Judge Fickle. We should look for a different line of work. Despite that, however, he always hands down the correct verdict. That's why some people also call him the great Judge Eni. That's stupid. It's like we were destined to meet in this very... I'm not reading that line again. Courthouse reading room? That's a strange place to meet the love of your life. That's not true, Madame Faye. After all, Feeney was not only an art student, but he was also planning to become a lawyer. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you, Miss Hawthorne. What was a literature student like you doing in the courthouse reading room? This line of questioning is a waste of time. It has nothing to do with our murder case. Miss Faye, I'm warning you if this has nothing to do with Mr. Swallow's case. I have to remember the judge is on Dahlia's side. I'd better tread carefully. Jail is alright, Mr. Lawyer Dude. Got a tablet for good behavior so I can keep up with attorneys. Let's go! Oh my god, that's crazy. Let's fucking go. Well, have fun rotting in jail. You're kind of a psychopath. Have a good one. For real though, thank you for following. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you. Do I want to keep pressing? Am I gonna have the option to keep pressing on other ones or no? Let's wait and see for right now. Judge is any angry or lose the whole case. I feel like I should just keep pressing. No, I'm gonna keep pressing. Oh. And then continue to skip over it. Anyway. We're gonna keep pressing. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Your Honor, if you'll allow me some latitude, I think I can establish relevance. excuse me, please ask her to continue on with her testimony. Very well, young lady, I've got a simple question for you. What were you doing downstairs in the courthouse reading room? If it pleases your honor, this answer is simply this. I'd come to the courthouse to do some research for the paper I was writing. You were writing a paper? On what? On the relationship between modern Senryu poetry and the criminal underworld. That sounds a lot like a fascinating research idea. Am I getting old? Now I've even forgotten what I've forgotten. Again with the midlife crisis stuff. Mia, did that girl really come to the courthouse? Isn't it what you wanted to know? Speaking of forgetting things, you haven't forgotten the police report, have you? I went through a lot of trouble to get it, my dear, so be sure to read it carefully. I was about to say, is this exactly the moment where I have to present it? Yes. Miss Hawthorne, you weren't here because of your research paper, were you? Didn't you actually come here for a much more important reason? What is this meaning of this cocky smile on your face, Miss Fey? 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse, there was another tragedy. Another tragedy? Do you mean the incident in which an attorney was poisoned? The name of the suspect in that incident is listed here in the report. And that name is Dahlia Hawthorne. What? Dahlia Hawthorne? Yes, the sweetie pie of everyone's eyes, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. She was the prime suspect in a criminal case just 8 months ago. Order. This is unbelievable. It's true then, the loveliest rose can hide the cruelest thorn. Miss Fey, that's not fair. You can't slander my witness with unrelated... I didn't see what the word was. Unrelated case. Oh, hell yeah. Winston Payne will not allow it. Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking. Get his ass! Pardon me, go right ahead. It's true that about 8 months ago, the police expressed some interest in me. Expressed some interest, huh? Mr. Judge, sir, I know I'm under oath, so I'll tell you the absolute truth. I did not commit the crime that occurred during the incident 8 months ago. I see. Okay, I've tied the two crimes together. Now I've just got to stay on the offensive. Well done, Mia. Oh, you really lit a fire under my heart, and I'm not reading the rest of that. I can hardly tell which is more... Dude, I need you to stop talking about your hemorrhoids. Because why do you keep talking about it? For what? Like, why are we talking about it? Like, kiss my ass, bro. I met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left my seat for just a moment, and that's when it happened. From what I heard, it was liquid poison that is lethal at just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that. Oh. Why does he say this stuff? They didn't want to write a personality for him is so right. 100%. I think I know where this is going, though. However, as you've heard from the witness's testimony, she had nothing to do with it. I think the defense is just out of tricks. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Payne, but I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up its sleeve today, and I'll be sure to show them to you before the end of this cross-examination. Ah! What the? Why does the defense suddenly feel stronger? Ah, Mia, you're glowing with true lawyer's aura, my dear. That proud posture and self-confidence, absolutely smashing. This man is British. What were you talking about with the defense attorney? Well, I'm sorry, but that's confidential. According to this report, you are being interviewed regarding another case. The lawyer that was killed. He said he wanted to talk about an incident I was caught up in when I was younger. Why don't you tell us all about that, what that incident was? That has absolutely nothing to do with this case. Objection sustained. The defense's question is stricken from the record. You get involved in a lot of incidents, don't you, Miss Hawthorne? Well, I guess I was just born under a bad sign. Don't worry, Dolly, I'll protect you. You heard the man. Now that is true love, young lady. Oh, Feeny, please. These two are really making me ill, albeit for decidedly different reasons. I feel so bad for the two of them meeting 5 years later. Like, that's insane. I left my seat for a moment, and that's when it happened. How long were you gone? I've already answered all these questions for the police, but if you must know, maybe 10 or 20 minutes. And where were you during the stretch of time? Using the toilet? Were you... What are you saying, Miss Faye? Toilet? My perfect little Dolly doesn't poop. Now that's a line. That is a fucking line right there, bro. You heard the defendant, Miss Faye. Better luck next time. Now that's a fucking line, bro. Oh, Feeny, please. Real girls don't poop. Real girls shit. I also hate the writing in this case. Oh man, I feel bad for all the men that don't believe that women poop. Like, that's crazy. The police have already looked into this whole matter. The line of questioning is nothing but a waste of court's time. Objection sustained. Miss Hawthorne, please continue with your testimony. From what I heard, it was a liquid poison that is lethal in just 2 teaspoons. What about how much liquid is in 2 teaspoons? About how much liquid is in 2 teaspoons? Well, let me see. My bottle of eye drops says it's a half fluid ounce, which is equal to 3 teaspoons. So it's about 2/3 of that amount, huh? The poison was found in the lawyer's mug of coffee. Must have been after I left the table. Someone must have quietly slipped it in there. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. Special kind of poison, how so? Well, I heard that it's almost impossible to detect. Oh, and where would something like that come from? I'm sorry, all I know is that what I overheard the policeman saying. They said something about using advanced chemical processes to purify it. Chemical processes? Well, that's quite impressive. Most impressive. The better question is, how did the criminal get something like that? If you see I'm innocent, I wouldn't even know where to get poison like that. I have a slight feeling I know where this case is going. Only because I think that big part of it got spoiled for me, if this is what I'm remembering correctly. Let me just, actually, I'm gonna look it up on my phone. I don't want to show this until after it happens, though. Hold on. Bear with me for a second. This is going somewhere. Yeah. Okay. Is it this case? I'm assuming it is. Okay, well now it doesn't want to load. For the longest time, Trials and Tribulations was considered like everybody's beloved. It's kind of changed nowadays, but it's usually considered in people's top 3 Ace Attorney games. I think I might still have it as a top 3, not sure though. My ass is literally just searching. My tweets. I screenshotted the one tweet, but there's a different tweet that I'm looking for. Yeah, at one point in 2019 when I was originally playing the first game, all I was tweeting was Phoenix Wright plays Fortnite. I just think that's really funny also. And I was also spelling Phoenix wrong for the longest time. Yeah, that's exactly how I was spelling it for a hot minute. I know for a fact I've quite literally tweeted a photo of Dahlia. I just don't remember what I put in the tweet. Because that's what I'm trying to look at. Bro, it's gonna bother me. I swear on my life I've literally tweeted a photo of Dahlia. I swear. I just don't know where it is. Okay, well, I'm done looking, but I have the one tweet that I do remember posting about. Just didn't know exactly when it happened. I have the tweet pulled up. I'm not going to show you what it says, but this is an interaction between me and my friend Myra. So, that's all. Anyway, we're gonna continue. Anyway. I think it would be a stretch to present it now. Yeah, that's what I thought. I honestly don't know what to do from here. Did I already press this one? I feel like I've pressed every single one of these. I just don't remember. A special kind of poison, how so? Okay, I did do this one. And that's the reason they didn't arrest you, because no one could show how you could have gotten the poison. I think that's a good enough reason, Madam Faye. She's right. And I think we've all had enough of Miss Faye's questions. So in essence, the main reason Miss Hawthorne was never arrested for this crime was because no one could show how she could obtain the poison. And all we have to do is find a way to establish how she could have gotten some, right? Great. Now how did a lit student get a hold of poison of all things? I don't know. How could she have gotten the poison? I couldn't fucking tell you. Just present my badge real quick. I'm about to consult the walkthrough. I don't know where I'm going with this one. I'm shocked I honestly got this far without needing it, you know? Oh, what? Okay, yeah, I don't think I would have gotten that one by myself. You wouldn't know how to get that kind of poison. I don't believe you. What? I mean, I guess, but like, do pharmaceutical students just have poison on them? I don't know. I guess I just don't assume. That's not my first thought, I guess. So, I don't know. I would not have gotten that by myself, though. In fact, you had easy access to that kind of poison, didn't you? At your boyfriend's lab. Boyfriend? You mean the victim, Doug Swallow? That's right. Up until about 8 months ago, Miss Hawthorne was dating Mr. Swallow. And if you recall, Mr. Swallow was a pharmacology student at Ivy University. Pharmacology? His laboratory contained highly advanced chemistry equipment. What's the difference between pharmacology and pharmaceutical? Oh, I guess that, yeah, I think I'm just stupid. I think I was definitely, mixing up pharmaceutical and pharmacology. Pharmaceutics is concerned with the quantitative aspects of drug delivery and involves the design, development, and evaluation of drugs in combination with an appropriate dosage form. Pharmacology is the study of how drugs interact with biological targets in order to exert their effects on living systems. Pharmacology is the study of how drugs function within the human body to help fight disease and the discovery and testing new drugs, blah, blah, blah. Pharmacology is the actual study of the drugs right down to the nitty-gritty, how they work, half-life, how the body metabolizes them, etc. Put simply, pharmacists study all aspects of the preparation and use of medicines, while pharmacologists study the effect of medicines on the body. Okay, well, I guess that makes a lot of sense. I'm so sorry I was stupid. His laboratory contained highly advanced chemistry equipment. In fact, without such equipment, the culprit could never have obtained such a rare and special poison. Well, Miss Hawthorne, it seems you have access to such a poison after all, and then it was a matter of slipping it into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking. The only person who could have done that was sitting at his very table, you. No! Gotcha, bitch. Even though I'm literally so stupid. Could it be? That's nothing but a basic act. May I say something, Madam Fay? What is it, Miss Hawthorne? The amount of poison in the coffee was 2 teaspoons, correct? In order to carry that much liquid, you would need some kind of container. Well, yes, that's true. It was searched immediately after the incident took place. Quite true. In fact, the entire courthouse was turned upside down. But they didn't find a suspicious container anywhere, did they? Surely there's no container. Surely there's no container anywhere. She's right, they even mentioned that in the report. Well, you could have easily gotten rid of something that small. Excuse me, madam, but this is a court of law. If you're saying I threw the poison container away, I think you need to show some kind of proof. Proof? She got me good with that. Provide some evidence or I'll have to disallow this line of questioning, Miss Fay. Unless we can come up with some evidence, we're going to lose this lead. Police conducted a full-body search of Dahlia and the entire courthouse, and yet the container holding the poison disappeared right after the crime occurred. If you're going to accuse the young lady of committing the murder, then where is this container of poison? Where was this container of poison carried in? What happened to it? Surely there's no container. Surely there's no container. Surely there's no container. You were forced to get rid of the container in a hurry, weren't you? That's why you passed it on to someone who had nothing to do with the case. Someone that you knew wouldn't be searched. Who is this person? Mr. Phoenix Wright, of course. So the defendant was the witness's accomplice? Of course not. She gave the poison to him, disguised as a present. What? But that's... that's a charming little necklace. Is this a little bottle? It's really quite cute. So what about it? What does this mean, Miss Fay? The day the witness met and fell for Mr. Phoenix Wright was 8 months ago, August 27th, the very same day the poisoning incident. Under the pretense of love, the witness gave my client a present. All for the purpose of hiding one piece of evidence that would give her away. What? Are you saying there's a deadly poison in here? No, there's no longer any poison in that bottle. However, I'm certain that if the crime lab were to analyze it, they would find a trace amount. No! Dahlia, I need you to hold out your hand for me. This is very serious, very, very serious thing. I need you to hold out your hand for me. Good? You have your hand out? I need you to hold this for me. And just take that with you. Because that's yours now. Boom, boom. Gotcha, bitch. Order in the court. Oh, Phoenix, shut the fuck up. On behalf of Dolly, I object. Mr. Wright, control yourself. I won't let you bully her like this. Mr. Wright, I thought I told you to stay in your seat. Mr. Wright, why? Why are you going through so much trouble to protect her? Why? Because I'm madly in love with her. Get a grip, Phoenix. No, literally, I hate his sneezing ass. I would literally, oh my god. If I went to college with this man, I would have beat his man. I would bully this man. I would have bullied this man. Bullied the fuck out of this man. Madly in love? I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time. Mr. Wright, have you ever thought about this? About why exactly a woman like Dahlia Hawthorne would want to date you anyway? Damn! Well, I guess she must be madly in love with me too. Mr. Wright, please, open your eyes. At this point at the trial, I think it should be obvious to anyone. The real reason that Dahlia Hawthorne is dating you is... because of the necklace. Dahlia Hawthorne was not and is not madly in love with you. The only thing she's after is that bottle necklace you love to wear around your neck. My necklace? Back there in the waiting room, you said it yourself. Yeah, she's so shy. Every time I see her, she's always saying the same thing to me. Please give it back now. What a strange girl asking for a present back like that. For Dahlia Hawthorne, that necklace is irrefutable evidence of her crime. That's why she absolutely had to get it back. And could not get it back for 8 months. That's crazy. You're lying. You never gave it back to her. To make things worse for her, you insisted on showing it to everyone you met. That's why she tried to pin the crime on you. I don't believe you. Oh, that's a lie! What? Mia, are you alright? The defendant! He's getting away! Bailiff, hurry, after him! Mia, are you alright? Yes, I think so. That boy, he went completely insane. Where's Mr. Wright? Looks like the bailiff caught him, so he should be back soon enough. Thank goodness. Oh no! What is it? The bottle necklace. Miss Hawthorne's present. It's gone. What? That's terrible. Mr. Wright must have grabbed it when he slammed into me. Foolish boy. That's the only thing that could have saved him. What in blazes are we supposed to do now? Mr. Wright, this sort of behavior is unprecedented in the history of this court. I'm sorry. I'm afraid that your apology is not enough. Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace? Forgive me. I'm sorry. It's okay, just give back the necklace. Okay. Now is not the time for you to be calling this man a throat goat. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Not him eating the poison. Listen, I already knew of this happening because it was spoiled to me. I will say, however, I had no idea that it was the locket or the bottle necklace. That's crazy. Oh my god, that's... You what? You ate it? It was too big to swallow, so I had to chew it into little bits first. Sir, that is glass. You just ate glass and poison. Sir, you just ate glass and poison. I need you to be so for real with me right now. Phoenix fucking Wright, I need you to be so fucking for real with me right now, please. What? What that mouth do, man? What's he doing now? Your Honor, you've got to stop the trial. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Does your stomach hurt? That bottle you swallowed may have had some poison left in it. It seems the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. Clearly the bottle did not contain a deadly poison. Or maybe Phoenix Wright is just built different. How can you be so sure?
I think that's obvious. As you can see, the defendant is still very much alive. As for the poison, more like a fledgling defense attorney's overactive imagination.
So it would seem. No, there has to be some mistake. The bottle must not have had any poison left in it. Either that or the poison must have lost its potency.
There. It's all right, rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do. It's heartwarming to see you place such faith in
Mr. Wright.
But that's how it is for us on the prosecution side, too. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life.
I don't think you should, dog.
Which is why I can state that your assessment of her is completely wrong.
That's enough. Unfortunately, Miss Fey, I cannot accept your explanation of events. But why? This may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand, but in a court of law, evidence is everything. Ugh! He's gonna regret saying that. Even after I prove so much, she's going to get away with everything? Well, now that the suspicion surrounding Miss Hawthorne has been cleared up, I would like to proceed with the trial. Mr. Wright? I'm sorry, Miss Fey. It totally slipped my mind. I'm really, really sorry. I know you believed in me, and I feel like I really let you down. Mr. Wright, what are you trying to say? There's something I forgot to tell you. What is it? The day I met Dog Swallow. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. It's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Last night, someone stole some poison from our lab. Poison? Same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab that time, too. It could only have been her. That girl is a thief. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. Is it true? Did he really say that?
That's ridiculous.
There's one more thing. After I pushed him that day, I got worried and came back to have a look. And she was there. Dolly was right there. She was crouched down next to him. What? She told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but I'm sorry, Dolly.
Your Honor, the defendant is...
Miss Fey, you tell them. Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent. Dog, I don't know how to tell you this. I do not know how to tell you this. So Dolly stole poison 8 months ago too, huh? If you put that together with Mr. Wright's testimony, then there's only one possible conclusion. The defense believes that Miss Dahlia Hawthorne, oh my god, stole some poison on the night before she killed Doug Swallow. The night before? Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone. Miss Fey. Greatest innocence, Dahlia Hawthorne. If you're so certain about your theory, let me ask you this. Mia, this is your last chance. Think carefully now. There's something that she desperately wanted to get back. Therefore, exactly who is Miss Dahlia Hawthorne planning to kill? I am pretty sure it's one of these two. I'm gonna assume it's Doug Swallow, considering he did end up dying. But I could be wrong, and it could be Phoenix. Wait a minute, Mia. Why would she want to kill Doug Swallow? Because Doug Swallow figured out what kind of person she was, and so... No. Well, that may be true, but Miss Hawthorne had no way of knowing that. From her point of view, who was really in her way? That is a question you have to ask yourself. Miss Fey, I'm beginning to run out of patience with you. What is your answer? Okay. I figured it was gonna be Phoenix, and it wasn't actually Doug, but I was gonna put that first. Babes, I don't know how to tell you this. Guy who didn't read between the lines. There was one person that was standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's way, and that person was Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Me? That's preposterous. After all, it was Doug Swallow who was murdered.
Well, that's true because that's how things worked out. But let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was, in fact, you, Phoenix Wright. There was no one else it could be.
But how can that be? I thought Mr. Wright and Miss Hawthorne were in love.
Poor Mr. Wright. This must be killing him. Hang in there. I'll bring her to justice. I swear it. As I said before, the only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to that incident 8 months ago. That's right. The bottle necklace. That's all she cared about.
But even so, why would she go so far as to murder him?
8 months ago, just after the fall of that attorney in the basement cafeteria. Dahlia Hawthorne could think of only one thing: how to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible.
No, it can't be.
It was a pretty good move she made, too. The evidence was missing for a long time. But there was just one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it to her. To him, the tiny little bottle was a cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met.
You mean that's why she tried to kill Mr. Wright?
Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence.
That can't be true!
I'm just trying to drink my water!
Feeny, what a joke you are.
Oh, here she is, babes!
Honestly, how can any woman ever count on you for anything? I even told you your time and time again to keep your trap shut about me and that necklace. Here she is! Gaslight gatekeep girl boss, Dahlia Hawthorne.
You disgust me. Miss Hawthorne! It appears that we're nearing the end of this trial. Fine, I can tell you plan on making me into a criminal no matter what I say. You are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne. We'll see about that. But first, where's your evidence? Seems your sniveling little crybaby of a client has eaten the bottle as a snack. Ugh. Well, hey, old man, are you senile or something? Why don't you say something instead of sitting there with your dumb look on your face? Miss Hawthorne, what's happened to you? Are you really that shocked?
Or do you just prefer me this way, Mr. Judge?
What a girl boss! I love her! I also hate her so much. I love to hate her, you know?
With absolutely no proof, you treat a voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer. Well, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now if you don't mind.
But we're not finished.
Fine, then ask this nasty old hag to finish up already.
Who let your ass walk away? Get your ass back here. I can't let her get away this time. Stop, Mia. If you keep on pushing without any evidence, you could pay the ultimate price as a lawyer. The ultimate price? You'd be forced to take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid.
No!
You better think it over carefully, Miss Fey. Or should I say, Miss Gray. Well, Miss Fey, can you provide evidence that would establish her guilt once and for all? If I mess up here, my career as a lawyer is over. We're just gonna... Boop. But to be honest, at this point, I don't have any evidence that's well-founded. Even so, I'd rather lose my attorney's badge than let her get away with murder. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof.
Impossible! You can't possibly!
Slay mamas.
Stupid woman.
It is the opinion of the court that there has already been enough discussion. Therefore, I will allow only one piece of evidence to be presented.
Just one?
You are unable to establish her guilt. Then I am afraid that a very harsh verdict will immediately be handed down on Mr. Wright. I understand, Your Honor.
I can just imagine the headlines for tomorrow's paper. Up-and-coming lawyer plummets to earth before she gets the chance to soar.
She's planning to poison Mr. Wright. If that's the case, then the poison was probably in there. I'm just gonna sing it. Show this court irrefutable proof that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison Mr. Wright. Is it the Cold Killer X? That has his fingerprints in it? No, I think I'm just yapping right now. I mean, what else do I have to fucking present? This is like the only thing I have not presented, I guess, and the umbrella. But I don't know why the fuck the umbrella would be part of it. I almost want to say, like, it's this Cold Killer because these don't look like the same ones as the ones in the bottle. Okay, listen. LOL. Hey, guess what? That didn't happen. Oh my gosh. Oh, did I not save the game right here? LOL. Well, it's a good thing I saved the game and it didn't crash or anything. Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all. I was right. Oh, yeah. Just present the badge real quick. Cold Killer X. Phoenix Wright's beloved cold medicine.
Does our rookie defense attorney have a little bit of a cold?
If I did, I still wouldn't take this cold medicine. After all, it's been poisoned. What? Remember when the defendant said that in his testimony? I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. She was the one that took his bottle of Cold Killer X. Then she poisoned it, knowing that Mr. Wright was going to take some. Now you're really grasping at straws. After all, it was the victim, Doug Swallow, that was holding the medicine. I would like the court to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence? Huh? What are you talking about? 8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which she then gave to someone else for safekeeping. Someone she had accidentally run into in the reading room, my client, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes, that's right. Oh, sorry. Yes, that's right. She did the same thing this time as well. I thought that was a judge. Oh, well. After shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left the scene of the crime. That is when the murderer, Dahlia Hawthorne, appeared. This is the first trial case with actual implications. Yeah, no, for real. With her, she was carrying the poisoned bottle of Cold Killer X. This, of course, was so she could carry out her plan to murder Mr. Wright. I believe she did testify that she was going to meet with the defendant. Yes, and she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime. Trial, dumbass, tutorial. Including what the defendant and the victim were arguing about and cut the electrical cable. That's when she realized I can't allow Doug Swallow to live. She used a severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this was when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who she thought had left the scene, came back to check on the victim. And on top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. It's hardly any wonder that she was, as put it, in a state of panic. Recall that she was carrying the bottle of poison cold medicine. She must have thought, what if they searched me like they did 8 months ago? 8 months ago? Yes, she disposed of the evidence exactly the same way she did back then. She had someone else hold it. In this case, Doug Swallow. Yeah. Oh, come on now, everyone. Surely you aren't fooled, are you? This stupid woman, she's nothing but a filthy, stinking liar. Right, Mr. Prosecutor? Huh? Yes, that's exactly right. It's just pure desperation. I wonder which one of us is the desperate one. So, Miss Hawthorne, this cold medicine, I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some? Well, Mr. Wright ate that necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? If I'm just a filthy, stinking liar, then there's no need to worry. So come on, show us. I dare you to take some of the medicine right now. Mia Fey! Mia Fey! Oh. No, the butterflies! Do you think you've won? Well, do you, Mia Fey? That's just fine. For the time being, victory is yours. For the time being? Well, I have a very long memory, you know. You and I will meet again. I'm certain of it. Well then, Mr. Judge, I'll see you later too, okay? Huh? Yes? I'm going to go spend a little quality time with the men in blue now. I wish you all the best. Pop off, Queen. Phew. It's finally all over. I refuse to accept this. The defense hasn't shown a scrap of evidence to support their outrageous claim. But even so, your witness seems to have accepted it. I don't care. I'm Winston Payne. And I don't believe one word this rookie lawyer has said. They're all trial cases. Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this. Yes? Would you care to try this cold medicine? What? Just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said. There. It's alright, rookie. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. Yeah, and we all regret saying that, don't we? So if she's so trustworthy, then I'm sure there couldn't possibly be any poison in here, right? You see, yes. And here comes the back pedal. Come on now, rookie killers. Show this rookie how it's done. How much trust do you really have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life? Yeah! Oh, is this how he loses his hair? That's so unfortunate. No. Kirby screaming outside my door is crazy. Well, Mr. Payne, I'm so sorry your hair is gone. Not really, fuck you. Mr. Payne, about this Dahlia Hawthorne? Yes, Your Honor, I'll file papers for her immediate arrest. Immediate arrest? Tragic but not surprising. I knew there was something suspicious about her from the very beginning. Don't lie, just admit you were wrong. By the way, Miss Fey. Yes, Your Honor? Was it just me, or did you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne seem to know each other?
Your Honor, whether we did or not has no bearing on this case. Very well. Miss Payne, Mr. Payne. This can't be happening. It's a nightmare. It's like I'm losing to my daughter. Okay, that's weird. It appears Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along with his hair. Does the defendant have anything further to say? It can't be true. My dear Dolly. Very well then. I believe I'm ready to pass judgment and bring this trial to an end. The court finds the defendant, Phoenix Wright,
Not guilty. Nice. Kirby. Kirby. Stop screaming. Court is adjourned. Perfect ad time. Yay! Ads! Mia, you were wonderful in there. Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg. During the verdict, I thought No. Mr. Grossberg, do you, maybe think you could stop talking about them? Could have said that ages ago. That's rather rude. What's rude is the fact that you're still talking about your hemorrhoids. Nobody fucking cares. Anyway, this case has really made me think. What does it really mean to have a relationship of mutual trust with the client? Perhaps it is we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of this. Oh, Mr. Wright. Congratulations. Thanks. You know, I was thinking. Go on. The dolly I saw up there on the witness stand. I don't think that was really her. What? Yeah, the dolly I know could never have said those kinds of terrible things. Maybe she was like, I don't know, a fake or something. Boy, this poor kid still hasn't got a clue. You need to forget about her, Mr. Wright, for your own sake. Yeah, you're right. That's probably for the best. Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little. But out of my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown up. What kind of company does this guy keep? I mean, you gotta remember one of his friends is fucking Larry Butts, so it's not really a high bar. Right now, I'm studying to become a lawyer myself. That's what you keep saying. But I thought you were in the art department. Well, yeah, I am. But there's a friend that I desperately want to help. And if I hurry, then I should still be able to save him in time. I see. See? Say, Miss Fey? A lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right? Mr. Wright, I'm still new to this myself. But I think that's exactly what a lawyer is. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'll study my butt off. I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope we see each other again someday. Maybe even in court. Who's gonna tell him? It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. I became a lawyer like I planned and managed to save my friend. But Mia has passed on to a better place. That's so bittersweet right now. Like, high key. For me, this trial brings up a lot of painful memories. But it also brings up some very precious ones. And memories that I thought would never rise to the surface again. Mia is gone now. But even so, I can hear her in my mind. Phoenix, no matter what, always believe in your client. In a court of law, your greatest weapon is your belief. 5 long years. Something has happened that's made me think back to her words of wisdom. But that is a story for another day. I love Mia Fey. There he is! That's my man! That's the man I was talking about! Godot, my beloved. I know nothing about this man except that he's fine as hell. That's it. I don't know anything about this man except he's fine as hell. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he's fine as hell. That's it. Ooh! Anyway. I can't wait to meet this man! Yeah, we're gonna save our progress for the love of God. Oh, no. Nope, stop it, stop. Okay. Well, let me turn on some background music. Let's do Trinity game. Yeah, that's fine. Anyways, I love this game. I'm so excited to play some more. I don't really have much else to talk about. This Wednesday, we're going to finish the rest, possibly finish the rest of Link's Awakening. Probably is going to just play that, and I think that might be it. And then after that, we're gonna start Minish Cap. This Friday, I do not think I'll be able to stream. No, I will not be able to stream this Friday. So it's just Monday, Wednesday, normal stream schedule. Thursday, maybe. Maybe I'll stream Thursday. Throwing a little fun little Thursday stream. I don't know, we'll see what we'll play. See what I want to play. I'm not really sure yet, but yeah. Wednesday we're gonna play more Link's Awakening. That'll probably be the last part of it. And then Thursday, maybe. It was probably Thursday we're gonna be doing the third stream for this week. And then Monday is going to be more Ace Attorney. So I think that's all. I will see y'all Wednesday. Bye stream. Bye stream. Bye stream. Bye stream. Bye.